Hello, wonderful people of YouTube. Slothalopolis here with the Average Gamer guys, trying so very desperately to play some Rocket League. It's not working out great. If you've played since the tournament update, you know that things were a little wonky at first. They're real wonky now. This is us trying to play ranked when everybody has red caution signs next to their name and their pings are through the roof. Everybody's lagging and backflipping, and it's not fun. Things have been really strange. Psyonix is aware, and they are actually going to give us a fix. Shortly after this video comes out, we are looking at Wednesday, April 11th, 2 p.m. Pacific time. That is 5 p.m. Eastern for you folks on the Eastern Seaboard. We are getting an update to fix, supposedly, all of the issues that came out with the tournament beta, or the tournament going live, not even beta. That's actually something that we'll talk about here in just a second. So a lot of these things that were brought up with their servers just absolutely going to poop. A lot of that stuff we are looking at fixes for. I'm really happy that Psyonix is addressing all this, because to be honest, the game is just about unplayable. I've been playing for a little over a year, and I think this is definitely the worst I have ever seen this game. And that sucks, especially with a lot of the changes that they've made, a lot of the quality of life improvements, and just how far this game has come. To see it struggle a little bit has been really difficult. So Psyonix Corey put out a blog post on the Rocket League website, and Psyonix Devin plagiarized him as per usual because he's a big old jerk, and put it on Reddit. So acting as a community liaison, he let us know and put in the blog post that I will link down below. I'll go ahead and put Reddit and the official blog post straight to Psyonix's website. But they're letting us know that all of this stuff is being tweaked, adjusted, and hopefully improved. So we'll go over everything that they're looking at. I'll try to do it briefly so that I kind of save you reading a list and that I'm not reading a list off to you. Important to note for Switch users, your update is coming soon. It is not the April the 11th. There is more certification required for that platform, so it is not going to be put out immediately, but all the platforms didn't need to wait for 9/10 due to get their stuff together to allow that certification. So just be aware of that. You will get that stuff coming up very soon. Right off the rip, we will mention that in order to thank everybody for their patience, anybody that has played since the tournament beta started, you will be getting 3 free decryptors from Psyonix really soon. They're talking about like Friday, probably. And you'll get a notification in game once that happens. They're also talking about a double drop rate weekend. If you are really quiet, you will hear Doc somewhere screaming and crying in a fit of joy because he's been waiting forever for something like this. So they said that will happen once they're confident that all the major issues have been resolved from the update, which I think sends a really great message. You're helping the community. You're giving something back to them. You're kind of letting people spend those keys and get all those PCC crates, but you're doing it when the major game-breaking things are fixed. So nobody can kind of worry about Psyonix splitting their time and focusing on things they shouldn't be focusing on. But getting into the down and dirty here, server performance is the top priority according to the fellas over at Psyonix. The big thing that scares me a little bit is that they seem to not be sure why they're having such issues. And that to me is scary. That's indicative of potentially a long-term issue if that is not resolved, if they can't at least figure out what it is that they're looking for. But lots and lots of bug fixes. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. The game rendering 30 frames per second even when it is in 60 frames per second mode, doing all that trading, I should say, pardon me. If you were trying to trade an item that was on one of your presets and it was either painted or certified, you were going to have a bad time. The scoreboard had avatars that were showing incorrectly. Post-game matches were showing everybody as either the same rank or unranked, regardless of what was happening. That is something that I saw a lot. Doc and I tried to play ranked a lot together, and it was showing him as a Diamond 2 on my screen, and it was showing me as a Plat 2 on his screen, where that was actually the other person's rank, but it was just showing everybody in that lobby as that rank, regardless of what their rank actually was. Audio has been really crazy. myself and a couple other people that I have spoken to have actually had issues where they're hearing other people's cars registering as their own. So I'm driving around, I'm playing against Doc, but I am hearing anything that Doc does as my own vehicle, and it's really trippy. It's super weird. Controller vibration has been off. There's just been so many just super weird things. I have had just absolutely terrible server performance since this all started. A lot of these notifications that show up for the connection quality stuff, you're in unranked and private matches, trainings, local matches, things like that don't even connect to the internet, and we're still having these connection quality indicators show up. So it's been really, really strange. I don't fully understand how the beta did not tweak a lot of this stuff and find a lot of these problems before they went live. But that's something that they also mentioned is, you know what, the beta was out, and we did the beta to try to find these issues, and we didn't find them. So the beta was not effective for us. So that's something that we need to tweak and look at to find a better way of doing that. Personally, it seems like you would have your quality verification team finding things like that, but you know, this is a difficult thing. Software development is a pretty intense thing. So I'm definitely not going to blame anybody for fixing that stuff or missing that stuff, I should say. I am not smarter than them. I can guarantee that. So hopefully we can kind of try to find a better way to roll this stuff out. Because to be honest, a lot of times when we get the updates, they're real buggy at first. They're not fantastic at first, and usually we get the kinks ironed out. But this has been the one time where it's just not been something that's been very fixable, and it's not been something that's been able to be played with for this past week. So a lot of this stuff down below, I'll leave a lot of the stuff kind of out of the way. I don't think they're super important. I'll just kind of leave that where that lies, and I'll link you guys down the blog post so you can check it all out yourselves. So please do keep an eye out for that update when it launches tomorrow, April the 11th, 2 p.m. Pacific and 5 Eastern. Pick it up, and then we can actually start playing this game again. Maybe we can get tournaments that work pretty steadily and all that. So for the Average Gamer guys, for Doc, I am Sloth, and I will see you next time.